Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christy. For over 4 years, I lived and traveled in a casita travel trailer, but now I'm living solo in a 20-foot cargo van that I'm self-converting while I'm on the road. I'd love to take you along with me on my adventures, exploring new places, learning new things, and figuring out this thing called life. So let's get to it. Don't forget, if you like what you see, hit that like and subscribe button to follow along. On today's video, I'm going to show you the best 8 beaches to visit in Oregon. Stay tuned to the end to see my very favorite. So in no particular order, first up we have Canon Beach, which was very pretty. The rock formations in the water was gorgeous. The shoreline was beautiful. However, mid-July, summertime, it was packed. There's lots of parking. This is a popular beach, so just know that if you go during peak season. If you do make it down to Canon Beach, though, you have to stop at nearby Fultano's Pizza. This was literally the best pizza I've ever had in my life. Everybody raved about it. So worth it. So next up, we have Arch Cape and Arcadia Beach. The views from up top on Arch Cape are stunning. They are postcard worthy. The videos do absolutely no justice to it. So you actually do need to take the little hike to get down to Arcadia Beach. If you like the rock formations, this was a great beach for that. Since there was a little bit of effort required to get down to it, the beach was not as crowded as the other ones. I enjoyed this beach immensely. So tiny Texan travel tip of the day. That pizza that I had yesterday, I took it out of the fridge today, popped it on the dash, and let the sun cook it so that it was nice and warm by the time I got there. So I moved on to Short Sand Beach. Just want to let you guys know they have a great parking lot here on both sides of the road. They do have a bathroom near the parking lot, also down at the water, but it's a nice little hike to get down to the beach itself. So down here on the path to Short Sand Beach, I've heard it's really pretty. Supposedly there's a waterfall down here somewhere. Might be the wrong time of year. I didn't do a whole lot of research right now for it, but it looks gorgeous. That's a massive tree. Look at the scenery. I swear it feels like I'm in a magical forest. When you actually get down to this beach, it is a very pretty beach. Don't get me wrong. However, there are no rock formations in the water, so it's not as visually stunning as some of the other Oregon beaches. But because it's an extensive hike to get down there, you have far less people. It's far less crowded, which is something that I really enjoyed. You could just sit and watch the waves and just hang out and enjoy the beach itself. I, of course, really like the hike down here. This is why it's on my list of one of my favorites. But if you're down here, you should check it out. Another really nice beach that I found was Sunset Bay. Now, I did go here early in the morning, to be fair, so it was not crowded at all. But there's also not the rock formations in the water that gives it some of that spectacular view kind of feel. But it is a nice, quiet beach, and there's some hiking sort of attached to it that you can hike down and see a lighthouse, which I thought was pretty. Definite need to stop over here if you're in the area. Another highlight on my places to see is Arch Rock Viewpoint. Unfortunately, my video files for some reason were corrupted from this trip, so I only have still shots for you. If you can find this place and take the little hike up there to the viewpoint, it is absolutely worth it. It is stunning. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It feels sort of Mediterranean in nature. It's just gorgeous. And now that brings us to Chetco Point. While the views are very pretty, the beach itself is not great. However, there was nobody down here but me. And if you just wanted a quiet place to sit, to read a book, to think, to meditate, whatever your version of that looks like, it was so nice down here. Just listening to the waves crash, seeing them come through the rock formations, and again, all by myself. Next up is Harris Beach in Southern Oregon, and honestly this is one of my very favorite beaches on the entire list because it has everything that I like. Again, this is my opinion, but it has a nice hike, a nice kind of steep hike in areas down to the beach itself, which keeps there from being a lot of people carrying all their equipment, all their stuff to come spend the entire day there. It's far less crowded than a lot of the other beaches. It's beautiful scenery. It has the rock formations in the water. I sat down here for hours and just enjoyed the scenery and the sound of the waves, but also you're far enough away from everything. You don't hear cars zooming by. It was, for me, a peaceful little sanctuary, and again, one of my very favorite places on the stop of Oregon beaches. And lastly, my favorite, Thors Well. This is not one of the traditional beaches with sand. It's actually a series of like basalt rock formations along the coastline, but I enjoyed this so much. So I'm on the little path that takes you down to what's called Thors Well, and I'm not sure what the tide situation is. I think it has to be a certain way for it to really show you Thors Well, but we are on the little path down there. Fingers crossed I get to see it. Okay, there it is, there it is, there it is. I can see it, and there's a lot of people standing around it, so it may not be in full force, but oh, it sure is. Holy cow, I'm so excited. So I just want to point out, there is a viewpoint up top where you can see all the rock formations in Thors Well from safety, or you can take the pathway all the way down there to the rocks, which, you know, if I'm here, I'm going to do that. But I wanted to let you know, for those that don't want to climb down around the rocks, you still can view it all from here. Okay, before you even get to the level of Thors Well, look at this, guys. Holy cow. This is stunning. So climbing around down in this area has a little bit of a reputation for being dangerous. My solution for that is just common sense. You can get close enough to the well to feel the mist, to feel the experience, the thunder of all of it, without taking unnecessary risk to stand right on the edge so you can get the perfect shot. It is spectacular when you're standing down there by it. There's nothing like it, but you can do that very safely. If you are someone who enjoys this kind of thing, though, this was absolutely breathtaking. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that was the coolest place I've been so far on this trip. It's cold down here. I say cold, it's probably, I don't know, 48, 50 degrees, and that water and the wind
my gosh, that was so cool.
I also wanted to point out that the actual Oregon coastline has no shortages of places to pull over that have absolutely stunning views in every direction. I did this several times to have some lunch. It was gorgeous. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to always enjoy those little things, and we'll see you next time.